Oh, good afternoon, everybody. Did a video the other day about bush pots and stuff, and I just thought I'd, went over these. This is a future project. Got this bugger here, was done. Trying to frame these shots so you can see stuff. The old original, Old Faithful there. That back behind there. Coupled with this is a pretty good cook kit. And then the one I showed you last week that we need to work on is this. But in saying that, we talked about this being a hobo stove. And we're going to make this into one today. So let's go outside where the grinder hides, and we'll turn this into a functional hobo stove. For this cook kit, this bush pot, hell, you could make a wood stove for this thing, and boy, that sits in there just nice. And again, this also. So this would also nest together somewhat. You can stuff more stuff down in there. But let's go out to the shop. Turn this into a hobo stove. Be right back. Okay, before we get started, I want a couple of words on safety. We're going to be, there's my cat. We're going to be using a grinder with a cutoff wheel on it, and it's kind of loud. So I suggest earplugs, earmuffs, something. When using a cutoff wheel, you got a lot of metal flying everywhere. So I suggest some eye protection. I wear glasses, but that doesn't protect the sides of my eyes. I can get a piece of metal in there. So I'll be wearing these lovely messed up things over my glasses. And a pair of gloves. So that's what we're going to do. So let's get started with this. What I want to point out on this can is that, where the hell is my camera? There is a rolled edge here on, this is our bottom side. We're going to cut vents in this so we can feed twigs in. It's got this rolled edge, which gives this an awful lot of rigidity, structural strength. So I don't want to cut that. I could cut up like this, but I don't want to weaken this in any way, its structure in any way, shape, or form. So what we're going to do is cut along here, and I think I've decided to go all the way over to this side, come into here some, and come up and over here and up, just to make the hole bigger, and then go 1/3 of the way around, do the same thing. So that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to put it here. I guess this way. Put it here in the vise. Yeah. Give it a little squeeze. That'll be enough to hold it. So then, we will just take this marker, mark a line. Oh, what the hell, that wasn't even straight. Mark a line. Okay, that'll be a good size. And then we do the exact same thing on the other side. I'm just trying to get it about halfway. I don't really care. Right there. Ooh, that's a pretty good sized firebox. Let's just shorten that up a little bit. Right there. Okay, there we go. Now we're going from here to here. Jeez. Yeah. But, I need something that bends and is straight. Here's a reciprocating saw blade that I heated up in the forge that you see there. Made it pretty soft. So I'm going to bend this around this piece here. Not as soft as I thought, but anyway, We'll work there, and then 3 up. Make 1 work there. And that is where we'll do that hole. Now, we'll take this and here, 180 degrees. So right here is what we're going to use for our 90. And we're going to do the exact same thing right here that we just did. Take this, get it flat on there, right about there. Score a line. Go over here, about there. Score another line. Now this time, we're not doing these bottom holes. We're doing up one. So we'll go right here with my marker. Right across, go up 3. A little bit more. Drag across. Okay, now we got our holes ready to go. And let's start grinding. Where's these cleaner? I think these got all scuffed up in the toolbox, but anyway, got a brand new disc on here. Just a regular old cutoff wheel. Let's see what we can do. For all adults, we all know about safety gear. I typically wear goggles that go over the top, you know what I mean. But let's see what we can do. Cut a little far. That cuts a lot easier than I thought. Yeah. One down. We'll clean that up in a second. So there. And we do it one more time. Right here. There we go. See? Still pretty strong there on the bottom. I'm squeezing it pretty good. There. Got our two feed ports. Got some sharp metal on here. We'll just take a file and clean those up. Let me go get a file to clean them up. That's really all there is to it. So now, take them earplugs out. Let's see what we got here. How rough is this? Pretty rough. Oh, I didn't think I got that at all. Wow, that's pretty sharp. I don't know. That's pretty sharp. I tried ground file on it to smooth it out, but that's it. That's what we got. And there are all kinds of burrs on here that I can't seem to get off. And every time I get a burr off, it seems like I make an edge. Oh, at any rate, maybe that's why they do them the other way. This does feel pretty sharp. Cut too far there. I wasn't paying attention. It cut a lot easier than I thought it would. And my holes aren't square, but I didn't really take a lot of time to figure that out. Now, we just need some wetter weather so I can go up in the hills and try this thing out. In fact, let's go in and assemble it with our other pot that we haven't tried out yet. See how that works for us. Stay tuned. Okay, we're back. Now you can see we've cut the holes in it for feeding the fire. There is a concern I've got about setting this on the ground and building a fire into the... I gotta figure out how cameras work. Building a fire into this, because it's still building a fire right on the ground. Some kits come with a plate. That won't work. So we gotta come up with some sort of ground plate that I could stick in the top of this thing. Oh, I can't though, everything's really tall. But I might be able to stick in the bottom of this thing. And then that way the ash won't be hitting the ground, catching any roots on fire, it'll just be hot. So I gotta find something for that. Anyway, let's put this in here. Fire kit, our tea strainer infuser. Don't even know if this needs to be in here, it was just a thought. Hand sanitizer, we've been through all this. Cup, bandana, and finally the unmolested utensil strainer. So we'll take our new one, wrap it up in the bandana, drop the bandana in with the pot, the cup. My gosh, that was such a good idea. I'm glad you thought of that. I'm so glad you made me think of that. This will go in here, and then this will go in there, and then this just goes right on top of everything, right like that. Interesting thought. And then the lid back on top of it. There we go. The Teavana just got a little bit closer to being a functional push pot. I'm going to do some thinking. We got to get some way to get this lid off without burning our hands. So I'm thinking we're going to drill a hole in the top of this, and then I got to come up with some way to be able to take it on and off, and yet still lay flat or flat-ish when it's off. And this is definitely useful for something. Collecting things in, a simmering small stuff in, I don't know. Still holding up. Oh, there it goes. I don't... You know what? I've never actually heard of a bushcrafter caring all that much about how much his equipment weighs. I would say this is 3/4, 75% completed cook kit. And it weighs 933 grams. Sorry, I'm going metric on you. That's how this thing's set. But there's 453 point something grams in a pound. So this is roughly 2 pounds. Kind of heavy. But it is kind of big, and we're going to add a little bit more weight to it as we go. We took a little off the hobo stove, but we're going to add that much again when we make a bale for this. And I just haven't decided how I want to do that yet. But I got some ideas. So, next time we talk, with any luck, we'll be putting a ring of some kind on here so we can take the lid off, adding a bale to the pot itself. And it might be a removable bale that just goes inside with everything else. That way it'd store real nice, wouldn't it? So, that's it for now. I guess we'll talk again next time. Have a great afternoon, and get out there and do some bushcrafting or something. I can't, so you may as well. We'll catch you later. Bye.